Outro Beardage! Yes, I just completed the PS4 video and I'm doing a double whammy today, and I'm going to be talking about the Vita because it just got a price drop, and I just did a video 2 days ago. I recorded it 2 days ago, but I uploaded it yesterday when Gamescom was happening. Just before it was happening, I released the video and I feel like a douchebag because in that video I talk about two things that I said that would really help boost the Vita. One of them was about games. They really need a lot more software. And the other one was a price drop. And what did they do? They did a price drop. So I was fighting with myself. I was like, do I take the video down just because I said that they should do this and then it happened on the day that I released the video? If it would have been a week ago, I wouldn't feel so guilty, but anyway, awesome news. The Vita actually is getting a price drop. I said $200, $180 would be optimal, but whatever. They went with the $200, so they are in direct competition with the 3DS XL, minus the memory cards. The memory cards, they did price drop those as well, and I said 25% would be reasonable. They went with $20 off of the 32GB and the 16GB. They went $10 off for the 8GB and $5 off for the 4GB. Oh my goodness. So I think that the 32GB is now $80, 16 is $40, 8 is, I don't know the other prices, but they dropped $20 for the 32GB and 16GB, $10 for the 8GB, and $5 for the 4GB. So they did reduce those as well. Positive things, because they are a little bit cheaper. It's still, that means that if you want the 32GB memory card to go along with your Vita, you're paying an additional $80 more than you would for the 3DS XL, but it's a lot more reasonable now. And I mean, if you can sometimes still get bundles where they include one of the memory cards and sometimes a game, so it's not too bad. I'm just happy that they did the price drop on the damn thing, and they dropped the memory cards a little bit. It's a step in the right direction, not fully there yet. I'm completely comfortable with the $200 for the Vita though. That to me seems reasonable. If they cut the memory cards a little bit more even, then I'd be happier. As for the games though, they did announce, a bunch of indie games, and indie games are cool and all. They're not going to sell your system, in my opinion, unless you're really heavy into indie games, which there are a lot of people, which makes complete sense, but I don't think it's really going to sell the system. But they did announce one game that I think is going to do, it wasn't one of the suggested games that I had done in the previous video, but they are releasing Borderlands 2 on the Vita. Why? I don't know, because it's a really good FPS game, and I mean the Vita, if the Vita can handle it. This is iffy though, because we really haven't had an amazing first-person shooter on the Vita yet. I'm thinking that the best one so far received by critics is Unit 13. Call of Duty just fell short. Resistance, Burning Skies? I don't remember what it was called. The Resistance on the Vita didn't get very lukewarm reviews as well. Better than the Call of Duty one. But Unit 13 kind of seemed to do okay. But it's not, if they can do it correctly, and Borderlands 2 plays beautifully on the Vita, that is going to be pretty awesome, because there's a lot of, it's a big name, and I think that it'll do very well. And I think to an extent it would also push the system. I mean, $200 for the Vita, the memory cards are lower, and Borderlands 2, you've got a lot of people now kind of thinking, yeah, that might be a good time to pick it up. So what I would like to know is, if you do not have a Vita, are you thinking of picking it up now because of the price drop, on the system, the memory cards, and because of Borderlands 2? Or, what's really moving you, and basically what you're all thinking about all this information. So anyway, you've been bearded in. Thanks for watching, everyone. Double Beardage!